first episode on the Fallout Shelter seasonal quest, Springtime for Adam. Today we're starting with the very first quest in the line. It's one of the 6. Let's read the back. We've had reports of nearby settlers being randomly sprayed with radioactive material by unknown assailants. We should deliver some Radaway to those settlers and find out more about the attacks. Interesting. So, we can see this quest is 2 hours 45 minutes away, so let's set up our quest team. First, we'll be sure to add some stim packs and some Radaway before selecting our dwellers. Now, in this vault, it's not as complete as my major vault, Vault 15, so instead we're just going to take 2 dwellers with us, both of them from our fortified vault door. After that, we can use 2 Nuka-Cola Quantum from our stash and rush our way into the quest. When we arrive, we find ourselves outside of a large office building, it appears. We can see in the corner, it says our mission objective is to talk to the settlers, so let's be sure to do that. So, heading inside, we can skip over the first room and head directly into the second. Waiting for the game to load us in there, we can allow our pets to follow us, and inside we find, "Thank you so much for helping us, we really appreciate it." Those religious fanatics said they had some good news for us. They then started spraying people left and right. I managed to avoid it, but others weren't so lucky. Some have even ghoulified. We can look at the dialogue choices and say, religious fanatics, you say? They called themselves the Children of Adam, worship radiation or something like that. So we've heard of these Children of Adam before. They were a cult present in Fallout 3, and later they appeared in Fallout 4 and in Fallout 4's DLC Far Harbor as well. And we know that these people definitely would be behind something like spraying radiation on unsuspecting settlers. Inside the next room, we find just a single box with a globe in it, so moving beyond there into the room after, we can wait for our dwellers to run on in, and inside we find, some mole rats. Alright, so our 2 dwellers immediately enter combat and begin to attack. Our little parrot and cat might give some support as well, but I think our flamers can mostly deal with these mole rats by themselves. The fight doesn't take very long, and after some clever targeting, we are able to quickly dispatch the mole rats. And thankfully, our dwellers don't take too much damage either. When the combat is done, we can see that one of the mole rats left something behind, and it turns out to be a 10mm pistol. Nice find. Heading up the elevator onto the next floor, we can again wait for our dwellers to continue their exploration before coming across a large room. Inside, we find more mole rats, and again, our dwellers automatically enter combat. Looks like we scored some good damage on one of them though. Mostly, I'd say thanks to our bird, who gives damage multiplier. But anyways, after some quick targeting, again, we are able to take down 2, leaving only 1 behind. Unfortunately though, we do need to stim pack one of our dwellers just to make sure he stays alive. But now, the 2 of them get to work together. With their combined power, they quickly take them down. Looting the mole rat, on its corpse we find some caps, and in the crate we find a single revolver. Moving from there, we find in the next room, look, somebody is finally here to help us, not a moment too soon. A few hours more and my friend would have gone feral. Curse those Children of Adam fanatics. They put that Easter of theirs where the sun don't shine. So, looking at the dialogue choices, we can say, what does Easter stand for? No idea, but they kept saying it was coming. Some god or goddess, maybe? Interesting. Easter is coming. What could that mean? In the crate, we find some caps, and in the box, we find a single weapon plant. But moving into the next room, we again find ourselves facing off against an enemy, this time being rad roaches. These are much easier than the mole rats, though, and after a single attack from one of our dwellers, we were able to take one down, leaving them both to attack the second. Unfortunately, though, these guys attack fast, but we are quickly able to get rid of them. And in the crate, we find another stim pack, which is always helpful. Moving into the next room, we find ourselves again faced with rad roaches. Not very fun, but easy enough to take down. And this time, we don't score as much damage, so we don't immediately take one down. Looks like we're going to have to do a second attack on these both. Thankfully, though, we get a critical hit, which makes taking this one down much easier, even if we only get a 1.25 times damage multiplier. But we're still able to take them down quick enough. And oops, looks like we missed something, a scribe's uniform on the corpse of the rat roach. Moving up to the final room, we can wait for it to load in before moving here. Inside, we find some ghouls. I don't get it. What's the point of randomly irradiating people, we say? And with that comment, we can assume that these were unfortunately the settlers previously inhabiting this building. It seems the children of Adam really did do some damage to these people. Taking out one of the ghouls leaves us with only 2 remaining. But our dweller, wearing the soldier uniform, is quickly able to take one of them down, and now they are both targeting the last one remaining together. A nice critical hit right there. Let's take our chance, and we get another 1.25 times damage. Not great, but not terrible either. In the crates, we find a magnifying glass and a recipe, and we're able to level up one of our dwellers to level 27. Nice. In this room, we find a glowing one. Good thing we brought the extra rat away, our dweller says, as we begin combat yet again. These guys are the boss enemies of ghouls, and are even less fun to take on than the regular ones, as they have a serious radiation attack that we may see here, but I think our dwellers are well prepared enough to take them down fast. And there we go. So, guess we'll have to hold off showing you that radiation attack till next time. In one of the crates we find some caps, and in the other some Nuka-Cola Quantum. It's actually enough to make up all the Quantum we spent on this journey, making it here at least. But before we're finished, some mole rats again pop out of the ground, and we need to combat them. Seems these guys are everywhere in this building. I'm surprised the children of Adam didn't face similar difficulties with them. But anyways, we're able to quickly take them down with just a couple attacks from our dwellers, again targeting the last one together. There it goes. After using some stim packs, we can loot the dead one to find some Survive Wastelander gear, and in the last room, there's nothing. Great. But anyways, so, after looking at the journey we've traveled, we're left with some questions. What are the children of Adam doing here? What is Easter? And what are we going to do about it? Well, I think the best solution is to head back to our vault and continue our investigation.